Hey guys, what's up? This is YouTube Vids, and we are back with another subscriber created player simulation tournament, this time for Madden NFL 20. So, if some of you remember, we did this, I believe, last year or the year before, where we did the created players. You came in here, you registered, I added all the players to Madden, and then as you know, one team beat another, one created player joined another created player's team, and so on and so forth. And that'll be the plan again for this year. So, for anyone who's not familiar with this, I just want to briefly explain the registration process. So, first off, the URL is up here if you don't see it in the video already. If not, I will also have the link in the description as well, so you can just click that and come directly to this registration page. So, there's a few things that you need to be aware of when registering. So, first things first, make sure for your YouTube account name, make sure it's something that I know you by. It doesn't have to be exactly your YouTube account name. If you are someone I talk to in Discord and I know who you are, that's one thing. But if you're coming to me and you're coming to at this new, maybe you're not even subscribed to the channel yet, possibly. One, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Two, if I don't know you, put your actual YouTube account name here. And if I've never seen you before, be sure to comment on the video so I know that you are actually real. The first name and last name here, the first name and last name fields, this is the first name and last name of the player. This doesn't have to be your name. It can be your name if you want. I prefer you maybe not give me your actual name, but if you want to, that's fine as well. I prefer you're older if you do that though. But first name and last name can be essentially whatever you want. It doesn't have to be your name. I will say there's only one rule I will enforce with first names and last names. No vulgarities, nothing offensive, racist, anything like that. I will flat out just delete your I will delete your registration altogether if I see crap like that, okay? Next thing you'll see is you need to pick a position, a team, and the handedness of your player, so right hand or left hand. But position, so the positions this year, as I described in a prior video, actually in the launch video, the teaser video for the tournament, you're going to have 4 halfbacks, 10 wide receivers. Now again, this is the maximum for each position, so we're not going to exhaust all of these positions. This is the maximum that will be allowed. So we will have one created player on each of the 32 teams, and that's it. And then as, players defeat one another, then they will join forces essentially. So we'll have 4 halfbacks, 10 wide receivers, 4 tight ends, 2 left ends, up to 4 defensive tackles, 2 right ends, 2 left outside linebackers, 2 middle linebackers, 2 right outside linebackers, 4 cornerbacks, 2 free safeties, and 2 strong safeties. Again, this is the maximum for that position. So if you're looking to get, again, like each one of these players or positions contribute in some way, shape, or form to the team. Again, I did mention and hint that I would not be allowing created quarterbacks this year because quarterbacks have such a main control over the game. And so I wanted to get rid of that option this time around. We'll see how it goes. Then you want to choose the team, and again, the list of teams is in alphabetical order, and if you don't see a team that you wanted to pick on the list, that's because someone already picked it. So keep that in mind. Handedness, again, right hand and left hand. Jersey numbers, you need to provide 5 unique jersey numbers. Again, if the jersey number happens to be taken on the team, then I will just randomly pick a jersey number that's closest to some of the ones that you gave me. But if you have a preference, make sure you pick a jersey number that is available on the team, and that'll make it a lot easier for me. Now, as you can see, appearance and ratings is blank, and that's fine. I'll explain that in a second. So what will happen is when you choose a position, and again, this is if you're new to it and you're not familiar with it. When you choose a position, then your appearance and ratings will show up. Now, one thing you'll notice this year is that so the appearance ratings are essentially the same. Those have been consistent in Madden. You can choose your skin tone if you want. There's up to 7 different skin tones, and you can choose all the varying faces that you want to pick from. Again, I will pick this for you when I create your player. So if you want to customize that, feel free. Your weight, your height, all that stuff, all that stuff is customizable. Change it to your liking. The ratings this year, one of the things that Madden changed this year was that they actually alphabetized for the most part, all of the ratings, with certain exceptions related to throwing and throwing primarily. So if you have like for halfbacks, for example, they actually have like a throwing. I thought they did. I take that back. They have route running. They have different. They have Madden's in the past just had a generic route running rating for halfbacks and wide receivers, I believe. They actually expanded that this year where they have short route running, medium route running, and deep route running. So those are spread throughout here. But again, by default, all the ratings for each player or each position are set at 89. 89 overall is the maximum your player can be in theory. So I say in theory because even if you tweak some of these, if you make some of these higher and some of these lower, your player can actually be higher than an 89 overall in the game, because Madden kind of uses certain ratings to influence more a player's overall rating. So, but anyways, the purpose of the ratings is really to control your overall points. So your overall points, for example, for a halfback, the total points allowed is 3,026. If I were to increase the trucking rating by 1, it says I've used 3,027 points, but I'm only allowed 3,026. And if you went to go to submit this form or register and you have more points used than what's allowed, you will get an error. So you need to make sure that if the points used are in green, that means you're okay. You could actually have fewer points if you wanted. So I would just double check that to make sure your points used and points allowed match before you submit. And that's all to it. That's all there is to it for the ratings. And then again, you have to complete the CAPTCHA. The CAPTCHA just ensures that a bot can't come in here and just submit forms erroneously, and that you are it's actual human being coming in here and submitting the form. So you need to make sure you check the box, and if you get prompted to fill out the CAPTCHA, then be sure to fill out the CAPTCHA. It's usually very easy. If you don't normally fill out CAPTCHAs, usually it won't even prompt you with anything. It'll just check the box. So just keep that in mind. And then again, you choose your team, blah, 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 and so that's all there is to it. So go ahead, guys. Again, the link will be in the description. Be sure to start filling out the registration. I'll be monitoring registrations to make sure that no one's doing anything crazy. And like I said, the main rules of the tournament are going to be this. Only one entry per person. So do not sign up for multiple teams. If I find out you sign up for multiple teams, I will just delete your registration. And again, do not use vulgar or inappropriate player names. That will not be acceptable. And if I don't know your YouTube account name, there may be a chance I will end up deleting your registration. So again, if you have not been to the channel before and you want to sign up, that's fine. Put your actual YouTube account name in the YouTube account name field, and be sure you leave a comment on this video so that I know that you're real. If I can't find you and I don't know who you are, your registration may just end up being deleted. So thank you guys again. I hope this will be an interesting tournament this time around without any QBs involved. It will definitely force people to pick other positions, because I know there's always a scramble to pick QB, and so I expect we're going to have a lot of wide receivers probably and tight ends most likely. I know people tend to lean more offensively. But guys, consider cornerbacks and stuff like that too. Those guys can have a very big impact on the game, or even your right ends or left ends. Keep in mind when you're picking team, if you've already got if you're trying to pick a team that already has that position filled by a good player already, think about that. Choose a different position, maybe a position that team is not necessarily strong at, and that will actually help that team better and give you a better chance in winning your game, at least in the first round. So, but anyways, I look forward to this, guys. I hope you all do as well. And till next time, guys. Bye-bye.